A bullet graph features a single measure and displays it as a horizontal bar or vertical bar that extends into ranges representing qualitative measures of performance, such as poor, satisfactory, and good. The ranges are displayed as either different colors or as varying intensities of a single hue to make them discernible by those who are colorblind, and to restrict the use of color if the bullet graph is part of a dashboard, making it less busy. Let's create a bullet graph so that managers can visualize how much time is spent talking on phones at this banking institution in order to increase clientele. After sorting the data by position, we calculated the average cell phone usage by each position using the average function in Excel. So an analyst, on average, spoke 493 minutes. Let's create our bullet graph. Let's highlight our data, go into Insert, Bar Chart, and select 2D Cluster. Now let's get rid of our grid lines. So highlight one of the grid lines, go into Format Grid Lines, and select No Line so that they disappear. Now let's right-click on one of the bars, and it doesn't matter which one, and go into Format Data Series. Let's go into something called Fill and Paint, and we want a solid fill, and we would like to select a color that's very, very dark. So we can scroll down to Color, and then select something black. Now let's go into right-clicking somewhere, Format Chart Area. We want to select No Fill. So it makes our graph transparent so we can superimpose another graph behind it. We will now construct a bar chart consisting of colored zones which will serve as the background for the bullet graph. Let's create 5 zones in increments of 20. Highlight the data and go to Insert, Bar Chart, 2D, but now we want Stacked. Remove the grid lines again as previously shown. Right-click in the chart area and go to Select Data and click on the Switch Row column. Click OK and then exit the box. Now you have, instead of 5 bars, 1 stacked bar having 5 colored zones. You can delete the chart title and then click on one of the boxes and go into Format Data Series and start to select colors for your different zones. And you can use the fill and color bars in order to do so. Typically, you start with green and then progress to red. So this represents our zones. Right-click on the border of our stacked graph and then assign it to the back. So now we can start to superimpose our graphs upon each other. It may take a little bit of work and a steady hand, but now you can superimpose the graphs upon each other. Once you are able to successfully align and superimpose the 2 graphs upon each other, your bullet graph is complete. So now you have a colorized graph that simply illustrates the various zones of cell phone usage. So you could see that bankers are in the yellow zone, approaching an upper range of usage. Wealth division use these cell phones the most, and bankers, personal bankers, used it the least.